Chat, chat, chat. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Good evening, Greenhorns, and welcome to the Road to Wrestling School. The HOV to the HOP. HOP, of course, standing for the House of Pain, Neil Superior Professional Wrestling Training Center in beautiful downtown Hagerstown, Maryland. I'm Grizzly Joe Grasso.
And I'm Hamish Stewart.
We are two up-and-coming wrestling trainees. At least we were trainees.
That's right.
Greenhorns, we are now certified professional wrestlers.
That's right. Certified professional wrestlers. So we're not...
Before we finish, but we
Yeah.
are certified
yes.
professional wrestlers on our way to wrestling school, and we're going to let you listen in on the conversations. So back to my point, we're certified now.
Yes. It came out of the blue. It was
Came
fantastic.
out of the blue. John Rambo said, hey, you guys, can you be at the show on January 14th? And we said, yeah. He said, all right, I'll get you your training certificates then. What? That is how it came out.
All the flash and sizzle of Grizzly Duncan there. That's exactly how we got it.
That's right.
Yeah, you'll get your certificates that day. If you want to invite people, that's cool.
Yeah, it's thanks.
Yeah, thanks, I guess. Cool. I'm going to say like a little schoolgirl on the inside. I had a little schoolgirl meltdown. I was like, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
That's beautiful, baby.
Yeah, without getting too sappy, this is real personal Everest for me. So the day that I get the actual certificate in my hand will be a big. If you listen to the podcast or not, it was your first one. 2021, I trained for about a year with Bone Breakers, and it was really fully ready. I wasn't in there. I couldn't do it. I couldn't hack it, and I quit. But now I stuck to it. You know, some of the old trainings retained, which is huge, and Grizz has the same thing. Some of his old trainings retained, and we're starting to. I think some of the fog's starting to clear.
Yeah, man. I feel the same way. Ditto, buddy.
Yeah, which is starting to feel pretty good and put a little confidence, a little swagger in our steps. We just got to don't forget the fundamentals. And
but that being said, we're now certified wrestlers, so this is the last episode of the Road to Wrestling School.
Never do this again.
Yeah, we're done training now. We're actually on our way to New York to speak to one Vince McMahon.
Called us up on the phone. It went like this. Bring, bring, bring.
Hello?
Is this Grizzly Duncan McBain?
Yeah. Who's this?
Fantastic. This is Vince McMahon.
Oh, yeah?
You're hired.
Hey, that's great. Yeah.
My wife is working in Donald Trump's cabinet.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's weird.
And now I've got a spot on the roster because she's working in the cabinet.
I didn't know I was going to take Linda's spot. I mean, that's okay. I mean, look, I'm easy.
You're hired.
Does that mean, wait, am I your wife? I don't. Okay, great. No, you're not. We'll figure all that out in Stanton.
We'll work it out.
Okay, great.
You're hired.
It's so long, Vince.
Goodbye.
Gling. Oh, wow, that went really well.
That's right.
You didn't ask me to throw up or anything.
No, none of that.
That's
Just
really
exactly
nice.
how it went. It was pretty great.
Yeah.
We saved the message on the phone.
No, Greenhorns. So when you get certified, it's not a race.
Ow! Thanks, Starbucks guy, for not making this drinkable. He also called us Gus the whole time, I think.
Hamish, guys. He said guys.
I'm pretty sure it was Gus.
It was not Gus.
Hey, Gus.
Hamish always, when he orders a coffee, he wants a handful of ice, but not too much.
You know what? No,
Because he
too
wants to
much.
be able to drink it right away.
Yeah, I don't like waiting for it.
Apparently, this guy has not found the happy medium.
Which he promised.
He promised he'd find the happy medium.
Promised the happy medium.
He lied his ass off.
That's right.
And that cute Asian chick in there smiled daggers into your face.
That's right. She
knew
wave
what
at
he
me.
did.
That's right. I bet he didn't put any ice in it. What a liar.
So anyway, Greenhorns, when you get certified,
hate
that is
Starbucks
not
people.
the end of your training, as you may think. It's not a race to the end. This isn't a degree you get. Oh, it's an accomplishment for sure. But now begins your training. Everything before then, that's nothing. That's just you getting the basics down.
Paying the dues.
That's paying your dues. Now you're certified. That means your trainer says, I trust you in the ring. I trust you to go out in the world and make me look good by saying you were trained by me. Rambo trusts us. If I go out and I go to any other federation and they say, who trained you? I can honestly say John Rambo trained me.
Right.
Because he trusts
put that
us.
stamp on us.
A stamp of approval.
Each wrestler comes with a pedigree, and anytime you listen to any other podcast, you'll hear, oh, well, who trained you? Oh, you were working with so-and-so, or so-and-so did this, or blah, blah, So This is big, and John's not Rambo's not a small potato in the indie and even in the professional world.
No, people know his name.
Yeah. Hopefully that Portland gig will pan out. That'd be good.
Yeah, that would be great.
We're going to go to Portland there.
I'd love to go to Portland.
Me too.
So now we are certified professional wrestlers, It's weird. I can say to my son, when he asks what I do, I can say I'm a professional wrestler.
That's right. Add that to the list of many things that you do, Grizz.
That's right. I'm a busy mofo.
Grizz is quite an accomplished mofo. I will agree to that.
I do have a collection of odd jobs.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. This is going to be very difficult. Degree of difficulty 10 on this one.
Hamish is holding a coffee cup in his hand and a microphone. He will not pass me the microphone because that is unprofessional.
That's right. No, can't do that.
Never drop your mic. Never drop your mic.
It's also 10,000 degrees in my car because the heat is on.
No one can touch the heat. I certainly can't.
Off.
It will shock me if I touch it. That's how it works in his car, his fancy hybrid car.
There we go. Oh, thank God. That's not going to be 10 zillion degrees.
No, I'm sure that'll be great.
That's when we get in the training center, like all training centers.
Yes.
The focus is put on training, not on keeping you comfortable.
That's right.
So once you walk in, guess what? There ain't no heat. And there ain't no air conditioning.
There's either no heat or there's 2 propane heaters that makes it the gates of Hades in there.
Exactly.
And you will die of heat exhaustion.
Right. Let me run the ropes once, and then kaboom, you're sweating. And you're
That's
like,
right.
Oh, what the hell did I just do? Yeah, but the being certified is a real big thing, and it means a lot, especially to, I'll just speak for myself, especially for me, and it shows a level of trust and a level of maturity in us, and has, for me, unlocked a little bit more confidence in the ring. There's a little bit more swagger. There's a little bit more, I don't feel as timid anymore, and I think especially with having some of these new trainees, we had a swell of new trainees show up in the past few weeks because normally when you get one trainee, it begets 1 or 2 more because they tell their friends, and they're like, oh, that's awesome.
Really word-of-mouth business.
Yes, and they come out, and so working the new guys has been very, very helpful, too. That's been really good.
Absolutely. We've discussed that, how teaching someone, it makes you learn more.
And also helps, I think, not just that, like being able to kind of, be like, and take a clothesline.
Just getting out some of that aggression.
Yeah, not just, because normally, the training school, and if you, Greenhorns, if you get into this is how it goes. You come in as low man on the totem pole, and then you kind of work your way, claw your way up as best you can.
Yeah, you do.
Here's your best bit of advice. Keep your mouth closed and your ears open.
God, that's important.
And just soak in as much as you can. Yep, okay, you got it. All right, yes.
Don't be the trainee that has something to say about everything.
Yeah, no. Nobody likes that guy.
Because that's the trainee who's going to take the brunt of the damage.
Right. And, and get stretched and oh, you know this? Okay, great. Let's do that.
Right.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
Please don't be that guy.
Yeah, go in and listen, learn, do what you can, work hard, and then walk out, be humble. All that great stuff.
Always be humble. Don't be that guy.
Yeah. All that good stuff, but but having a few of those guys in there, and us being, if you kind of equate this to your level on the card, we're not curtain jerkers, we're not working the curtain, we're not sitting in gorilla, we're starting to claw up to kind of mid card level.
Yeah,
and mid card's okay, lower mid card's fine.
Hey man, we're getting a shot at the straps.
Yeah,
next
baby,
month, man.
That's
January
right.
14th, open training session. Saturday night, January 14th. The Grimey Scots are going up against the new Cobra Kai,
and we're bringing it.
That's right. They are the current tag team champions of the House of Pain.
At one point, we've got to do the crane kick to them. Like, hold up our feet.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you guys. Oh, I know how to defeat you.
That's right, baby.
I wonder how they would take that. I wonder how that would be met with.
I don't think either of us can do that.
Giant clothesline.
We're not good. We're not good at kicking.
No, just stand there in that crane kick position.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
Like Daniel San, and be like,
we could.
What are you going to do to this?
So now we're starting to get. So now we're establishing ourselves as a tag team. We're starting to get into these spots that we're building for ourselves with the tremendous help from Wildman Robbie Page.
Yes, you can't. I'm telling you. You say it every week, but if you can find a person to be in your corner and to be a mentor, you find that person, latch onto them, and don't let them go.
That's right.
If you could find someone like Robbie Page, you found a unicorn.
Agreed.
And capture that goddamn unicorn and never let him out of your sight.
Never let it go.
Because he's he's so smart in the ring, so smart out of the ring, and has so much good information. And he's like, oh, I just thought about this. I was just kind of thinking about it. So why don't you try this? Oh, this is only a level 10 gold nugget. Thanks. All the stuff we thought about were like, well, maybe we double whip him and give him a back elbow.
So yeah, okay, that's the thing. Now we have to start making these moves we know, because everything we're learning, everything we're putting in these spots are things we already know. Just making them our flavor, putting our little twist on them. Like, a shoulder in the corner. Well, that's a pretty basic move. Okay, what if I were to grab Hamish and throw him in the corner to do that?
Right.
Shoulder to
almost
the gut.
like a shoulder spear into the corner.
Exactly.
Yeah,
okay, now that's getting a little better. That's a little grimy, That's a little Grimey Scott.
Right.
Let's make it more Grimey Scott. I'm going to hold the guy in the corner with my back. I'm going to pin him there until Hamish comes in, splashes him. When Hamish splashes out, I grab him and chuck him in there. Now all of a sudden we have a spot that is worthy of the Grimey Scots.
Right.
Because even though all those moves have to be precise, there's a little twist to it that makes them kind of sloppy.
Right.
They seem a little like, oh, this might happen in a bar fight.
Yeah, man.
That's the flavor we're going for.
And is different enough to be unique. It's not we're going to do 2 450 splashes.
Right. That is not our flavor.
Right. Yeah, we're going to hold him down and then we're going to do that. No,
it's probably not going to happen.
No, but they're believable things, and that's what I think. And that's one of the things that I really like about the training that John gives, or the Rambo gives, is make it believable. You're in there to, everybody knows kayfabe is broken,
right?
But it's still you still want it to look like a reasonable fight. Somebody posted a video of Will Ospreay doing this spot with somebody where. And if you don't know who Will Ospreay is, look him up.
I assume he's some type of bird.
No, you'd think that, but he did a match with a guy named Ricochet in Japan. And Ricochet is
Ricochet Rabbit. Yeah, I remember. I watched his cartoons. Yeah, go ahead. That's weird. That's weird. Whether they get confused all the time. But go ahead.
In Lucha Underground, Prince Puma is Ricochet, and in the Japanese leagues in New Japan, he's Ricochet. These two guys are highly athletic, very skilled at doing flips, tumbles, all that kind of stuff. The Ricochet Will Ospreay match is just a choreographed tumble fest. It's beautiful to watch, but as a Jim Cornette will tell you, he rails about it, how horrible it is as a wrestling match.
Right.
But so Ospreay takes a clothesline, does a complete backflip. So, like, instead of doing that back bump where Rikishi would do that, that boom, he'd get hit, and then he'd do a backflip and land on his back, he does a complete backflip. I just clothesline you and boom, backflip. And then he kicked the dude in the stomach and then does like a 2 twists in the air and a shining wizard to the back of his head or whatever.
All right.
One of those things. And you're like, the dude just clotheslined you though, bro. Like, you don't just walk away from one of those things. It's not like a thing that that's a really powerful move. I would put it up there with a big, a move that's supposed to level you, unless you're a huge dude. But no sell the clothesline for the backflip and the shining wizard. But the stuff that we're working on looks like stuff that is for real.
Right.
Like you'd be like, okay, it's pro wrestling, but okay, I get it. The guy's not, no selling this and doing that. No, it looks like that would do some damage.
Yeah, that would hurt. That's what we got to go for.
And that's why I like the stuff that's being pulled together. It's really absolutely great.
I like it. It's very fun.
Yeah, and then work on our looking like a team. There's still at least one time in every tag match where we miss hands when we go to tag.
Yeah.
This is the worst. I almost want to just practice tagging in and out, like making loud tag.
Keep your eye on the target, man.
Yeah, elbow. Look at the elbow.
Look at the
one
elbow.
Of those things.
We'll get there, and we got to do more blind tags.
Yeah, the blind tags are awesome.
Yeah, they're fun.
What I really think would be good for us is if somebody whips you off and I blind tag your back after you hit the whatever it is, the ropes.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, or you do that. You blind tag me. I baseball slide underneath his legs or do something like that.
Oh, yeah, then I freaking Oh, yeah. Hey, that can go right into the one spot we have. The one where you slide down to trip him. Oh,
the drop down.
Yeah, the drop down, and I level him with a shoulder tackle. It goes right into that. If I blind tagged you into that, which is pretty fun.
So
I mean, it's a quick spot.
Yeah, we'd have to. Yeah, we'd have to.
I'd have to plan that one out.
Or I think you come in maybe with a clothesline or something. I think we could. Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, you'd have to. So boom.
Like you baseball slide between them, they're still moving forward, and they come right into me.
Yeah,
Boom.
we'd have to work the mechanics of that, but that might work out pretty good.
That could be pretty good.
Yeah,
I like it.
I also want to put a Luthez press in there somewhere, but
you want that Luthez press.
I want that Luthez.
You want it bad.
Yeah, it probably isn't a part of our shtick.
Hard to say.
Yeah, until we see it, but either that or that spine buster or something.
True, spine busters are always fun.
Yeah, they're pretty excellent.
They're pretty good.
But yeah, so you could tell everybody that we're kind of jazzed up about the certification.
It's pretty great, man. I'm going to get a nice plaque for that one.
Yeah. I might actually break my my eating schedule and actually go out and eat afterwards, or.
I thought you were going to say, I'm going to break my my college degree plaque, put my certificate in there instead.
I just slide it in there. Yeah,
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I'm happier with that than I am with my college degree.
It's weird, and this is kind of the weird part about pro wrestling training. There's not like a syllabus that you get. So like if you go to a regular, like anything, any school, you go, oh, okay, so class 1 is this, class 2 is this. I get through this semester, Okay, and then I finish after 4 years, or whatever, however long it is. Nope, wrestling training is all subjective, so it's so squishy and weird. So you get in there,
an odd thing, yeah,
and you never know. Like, am I going forward? Am I doing good? Is this bad? Do I feel like I'm learning something? Oh, I'm the worst. Like, just listen to all our podcasts. Listen to me whine about this.
Yeah, you hear us all whine the whole time. I mean, it's just so much of it is attitude.
Yeah,
and just the willingness to learn, the willingness to humble yourself.
And Grizz hit that right on the head. The charisma and the attitude that you need is the thing to propel you through. Keep the faith and keep doing it. If you love it, if you want to do it, just keep doing it. Don't stop.
It's not about the destination, it's about the journey.
Right.
Especially this training.
Yes.
Like, you cannot come into this going, I mean, you can. You can be ambitious and be like, I'm going all the way to WWE. You can absolutely do that. But don't neglect your journey there.
Right.
Don't neglect the things you can pick up and learn from every step of the way.
And you don't want to lose the forest through the trees. Level of training. It's not just okay, I got to be good in the ring. No, you got to be good in the ring, and then you got to be good outside of the ring, and you got to be a decent human being in the backstage.
Right.
And you got to be willing to learn, and you have to be able to talk. And if you can't talk, then you have to be able to use a manager. And how do you use that manager? And how do we use this ref?
That's right. God, I wish we had more managers training.
I know.
We have the one guy who's coming to train, but manager's a really fun position.
It's such a lost art. Such a lost art.
It is, and I miss it. I miss the hell out of it. You see so few managers these days.
Right, and so a good manager typically used to be the mouthpiece for two guys who could wrestle great but are not good talkers.
Right, that's your basic manager.
Yeah, here comes Mr. Fuji. He comes out, and he's going to talk you up on the mic, build you a lot of heat, and then you come out and you're a big badass, and you throw down and knock out the face and walk out. Mr. Fuji throws some powder in somebody's eyes, and that's it.
Right.
But managers don't have to be that these days. They don't just have to be good, great talkers. They can work in the ring a little bit. They can do more stuff. They open up more opportunities in the ring for everybody to explore.
Right, adds to the story. They're another character in the story.
Exactly.
Makes more dynamic matches.
And for folks that go, oh, well, maybe I'm just not physically there. I'm not ready to do it, but I really have that drive. Managing is not a thankless position. You get a lot of attention. You get a lot of training. You get a lot of good stuff in there.
Absolutely.
And it is a needed position. It gets like any show. You need a build. You can't just have level 7, level 10. This two guys wrestling. Oh, here comes a tag team. No, you need those other characters. You need your Paul Heymans. You need your Jimmy Harts. You need them to come out and fire up the crowd and be that to be that thing that people focus on.
Right, and it helps the bookers. You have other levels that you can play. You can have this manager manages this stable of wrestlers, and they have this, and maybe they're looking to hire somebody else. They just adds to the story, adds to the whole goddamn thing.
Yeah, and that's the name of the game. Keep yourself fresh, keep yourself marketable, keep the ability to, to be booked and do that.
That reminds me, we got to get our gimmick together. We got to get our merch together.
Oh, we do.
Because I wouldn't mind selling a few things on the 14th.
You're telling me. I'll get some of those press-on stuff. And,
there you go.
And iron on
some cheap green shirts.
Some Scots shirts.
That's right. Get that picture taken.
For Christmas, I'm getting a shirt that has the rampant lion on the back, and then it says, Scottish hooligan or something like that, and it's raising hell since the middle century or something.
Oh, good.
And then I got another, like the Scottish flag on the front of a shirt. Just you come out with your shirtless, and I'll come out with that, and I'll take it off later. But
there you go.
Because you got that wild man gimmick out.
I sure do.
Got it down.
I just got to build up. I got to start working the arms more, because in my mind, my shoulders are bigger than they actually are. I look on camera, I go, "Oh, damn, those aren't where I want them to be."
You brought up something on your solo podcast that I wanted to get to.
Yes,
that is something that's very important that I think people should know. So I make fitness a very big focus, and I do mention my weight quite frequently. But Grizz, you said something that really rang true, and is something that people should know about and should be focused on, and that is weight is not the end-all, be-all of fitness. Grizz made some really, really good points during that solo podcast where you can like your body type, you can not like it, you can do whatever, but let you own that. You own how you like it, how you don't like it. Don't let society dictate what you're supposed to look like or what a healthy weight is or what it isn't. If you can do what you want to do and you're not, in dangerous health levels, I mean, obviously a doctor can tell you that, but don't let society and don't let someone like me, sort of shame you into, oh, well, I got to get thinner. Oh, I've this % body fat, or, oh, no, this is how I eat. Let's eat what you want to eat. As long as you're healthy and happy, that's all that matters. Don't stress yourself out. I do this because I have a specific goal, and it's something that I want to do. I want to do it, and when I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. I eat what I want. I do what I do.
That was beautiful, baby.
But that's for you, Grizz.
I appreciate that.
Really, really made a point during that podcast that I went, man, this is really great. I'm glad Grizz is on my team because, and so I'll be really frank about that too. I'm super glad Grizz is on my team.
Hey.
So we bust on each other a lot. Grizz kind of smart on sort of like the ring generalship, the ring mechanics.
Thank God.
Thank God one of this team is.
Because you don't remember shit.
Negative.
I just don't tell you things anymore.
Perfect. Just get me in the ring, get me to the heat.
Get you in there.
Just put me in there, get me into the heat, and I'll work it. But no, Grizz real smart about about fights, about stage violence, about stage combat, a lot of that great stuff. And he's also a really great people person.
Hey, thanks, man.
So I am, and I'm not.
Oh, you're fine. You're a good schmoozer.
I'm a good schmoozer.
You're a good face man.
Yeah, and I
we got to talk to bookers.
How that happens, I never know, because God forbid, I don't like doing it 1 second. I have a feeling.
Isn't that your kayfabe job?
I have a feeling.
More or less?
Kind of. I
do a lot of people?
Yeah, I do. I do a lot of people. And today, I literally was like, Jesus, this is like the 10th time someone has walked in my office. Get out.
Oh, that sucks.
I hate it. But I get a sense you genuinely like people and genuinely like dealing with people sometimes.
Sometimes.
And that's really refreshing, at least to me, because then it helps me go, okay, well, I can be cool and just kind of not talk for a little bit, recharge my batteries, and then plug back in.
It is funny that I'm the one of the duo who doesn't talk. When I talk the best.
Yeah.
You talk fine.
Grizz is pretty good on. He's pretty good on the stick. Grizz is pretty good on the stick, and we got to break the mold of you not being a talker.
Oh, we'll figure that out.
Oh yeah, I think
as the team comes together, we're both just we have this real simple image of I'm the big tough guy and you're the mouthpiece, but that's obviously going to meld and change.
Right. And I think, and I really like I've said it before, Luther Ward's promos. Oh, God, we got to do those promos. We can't do them tonight.
Oh,
but
right,
we'll
yeah. The people we owe promos to.
God.
So late.
So sorry.
I think it's almost time for another goddamn Kickstarter, and we haven't even paid back the people that did it.
Oh, my God. We're the worst.
We are really bad. We really need to get a Patreon going.
Yeah, or like a sponsor or
something.
Speaking of sponsors, we're going to take a break and listen to our sponsors.
Great.
And now, the Road to Wrestling School would like to thank all of our wonderful sponsors.
And now that
Better late than never.
And now that we're back, we're going to take a minute and break for Big Bear's words of wisdom.
Once we figure out the title for that,
Yay!
Big Bear's Den.
Hey.
His name's Big Bear Roy Gillette.
Big Bear Roy Gillette.
Also, he's Big Daddy Rai on Pet Life.
Big Daddy Rai.
He doesn't know much about pro wrestling.
Was Maven a wrestler?
But he was on our podcast before. So we gave him his very own segment called Big Bear's Den.
I can't wear hats.
What's up there, kids? It's your boy, Big Bear Roy Gillette, Big Daddy Ryan Milner here coming at you from Big Bear's Den. It's like Piper's Pit, but it's in my car. Anyway, let's get right down to it today. Got a lot to talk about in a short span of time. Last night, December 17th, I and my father, the awesome Pop Milner, who will always be regarded with the highest of esteem on this little segment, attended House of Hardcore 23 in Joppa, Maryland at the MCW Arena. And I must tell you, it was a lot of fun. I signed up for a gold VIP ticket, got to meet Tommy Dreamer, one of my favorite wrestlers. He was a really cool guy. He's very quiet. He's a lot quieter than I thought he would be. But, I came up and I was like, hey, Tommy, how about a picture? My father took the picture. He's like, yeah, sure. He's like, thanks for coming. I appreciate you. That's what he said, appreciate you. And he was talking, he just came out nonchalant, in like sweat clothes. And Sandman was out too. Sandman, you know him with the kendo stick? He even had it. He had it with him. Excuse me, not kendo stick. Singapore cane, as we all know, the nomenclature. And he's just walking around. And I almost didn't even know it was him. I was like, it's just some tall, skinny guy. He's leaned out a fair amount in the past couple of years. Because you remember, he used to have I would say lean, but somewhat muscular arms, but like a beer gut. And the beer gut is much smaller. He looks like a much more in-shape guy now. And people kept, started to notice him. They started to kind of flock to him like, hey, Sam, man, how about a picture? He's like, sure, man, $10. So people started ponying up $10. I ponied up $10. And he put the Singapore cane around my neck, we got the photo op. The funny thing is, as soon as I gave him my $10, we took the picture, I walk away, the guy in charge of the venue, so not Tommy Dreamer in charge of House of Hardcore, but the guy in charge of the arena, he comes and goes, Sam, man, you doing pictures? He's like, yeah, man. He's like, pictures with Sam, man, $20. And I was like, whoop, ducking out. I ain't paying an extra $10 for what I just got. No siree. Anyway, the matches were great, lots of high energy. I don't know everybody, which is part of the charm and frustration of this small little thing that I do for you guys. But I will try to recount what I remember. Brian Cage and a guy named Moose fought, and that was a great match. It was strength on strength, some good technical wrestling, some good power moves, but also a lot of really good selling points. It wasn't just high spot, high spot, high spot, high spot like some of these guys do. There was parts where you're like, man, he might win it. Man, he might lose it. You never know. And eventually Moose came out on top. He's a cool dude. Two women actually opened the event. It was Havoc and Taya. Havoc I actually just saw earlier this week on Ring of Honor Wrestling. They're both phenomenal. I think female wrestling has come so far in the past couple of years. Probably in the last decade or so. But I remember when I was young, it was SmackDown era, and you had, it was like Deborah and Sable, and it was a lot of just hair pulling and kind of thrashing about. And now it's a lot of legit wrestling, kind of taking you back to the days of, the great Moolah. I think that's her name. I'm not sure. I don't know. Put it on Reddit if I'm not right. But after that, some other cool matches. I'm trying to remember the highlights here. So it was supposed to be, the second to last match was supposed to be the Spirit Squad versus the tag team of Tommy Dreamer and James Ellsworth. You know, the guy who does No Chin music. James Ellsworth didn't show up. First guy in the history of House of Hardcore to back out of a show. Tommy Dreamer was noticeably upset about this on his Twitter and Instagram accounts. So he's like, who's going to come out here? And sure enough, who comes out? Motherfucking Nikolai Volkov, the man, walks out. And my father, who's not a big wrestling guy, you know, he knows the basics. He knows Hulk Hogan. He knows Macho Man. That's about it. You know, your cereal brand wrestlers. Nothing wrong with that. It's just kind of how he is. You know, Rock, Stone Cold. He knows those guys, the basic guys. Nikolai Volkov, he's never heard of, but we're like, Spirit Squad's out there like, who's going to be your partner, Dreamer? My dad's like, watch that Russian fella come out. Sure enough, he did. Led us into God Bless America. It was funny. It was great, but he didn't wrestle. He goes in the back. So who's going to help Dreamer? Brooklyn Brawler comes out. That's right. The famous jobber. Excuse me, enhancement talent, I guess. I don't think he's ever won anything. He comes out, all of 5 seconds, gets his ass whooped and goes in the back. So then it's a handicap match, albeit a very impressive and entertaining one between the Spirit Squad, who are high energy anyway. They kind of remind me of the Body Donnas. You remember them? Sure you don't. And then, Dreamer's fighting him, and then all of a sudden, dun, 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 the crowd goes nuts. Enter Sandman comes on, and here comes Sandman out. Just comes out the entrance. I wish he was hot in the audience, but hey, what can you do? Comes out, biggest smile on his face. You can tell he's happy to be there, man. He comes out, has one beer in his pocket, pours it, goes in there, whoops ass. They win the match, comes out. Guy right in the row in front of me had a beer. He's like, Sandman. Sandman pours it into his mouth, and man, the energy was so good. We're celebrating, man. So good. And then the last match was between, I believe his name's Johnny Mundo, but I don't think he was going by that. He's like a lucha guy. Dude, I gotta tell you, if he's like the face of a company, I'm with him, man. He's a good spokes guy, you know? He's a good role model. You know what I mean? I think, his lucha skills are impressive. He fought a guy named, Phoenix, who's an equally impressive luchador, excuse me. They're both fantabulous. It was a high energy night, guys. I can't talk about it enough. I got myself a t-shirt, you know? I met with Brandon Scott, former House of Pain graduate. Brandon Scott, very personable guy. Got his autograph because it's important. I want you guys to know this if you're listening. It's important to know your indie guys. It's important to make nice with the up-and-comers so you can say, hey, I was there and I supported that guy. And he knows that he has a fan in me. Or she. You know what I mean? You got to do it. You got to do it. Anyway, kind of getting down to the wire here. But I just wanted to tell you guys that it was a really great show. I highly recommend that you check out. If you live in the Maryland area, I highly recommend MCW. They do shows about once a month. I highly recommend House of Hardcore. They travel all over, mostly based out of Philly. I also highly recommend, if you can, check out any House of Pain, any shows like that. If I'm saying the name wrong and if there's more letters and acronyms to that, Joe and Mike will fill you in on that. They're you guys. But it was such a great event. I got an autograph from Brandon Scott. He was really cool. Got an autograph from Brooklyn Brawler, and he was just like, what do you want, man? And not like, what do you want? But, I don't know. He just wasn't as personable as I thought he'd be. You know who's really cool? Sandman. When he was signing autographs, this kid had a toy. It was like a 6-year-old kid had a Sandman action figure. He's like, that guy's a beast. You want me to sign that? And he's like, yeah. He's like, you got a pen? So the kid went and ran and got a pen, came back, and Sandman signed it for him, and he goes, how much? And Sandman was like, don't worry about it, kid. I'm like, that's a stand-up guy. That's real wrestling. All right? You can have all the personality in the world in the ring, but it's how you treat your fans that I think has a good 50% of who you are. And I'm really going to say that. Anyway, guys, that's it for now. I'll probably have a more in-depth... I'll probably talk about this event. I don't go to live events much. I'll probably talk about this one a little bit more, get some good details in there for you again. But thanks for tuning in. I'm sorry if this one wasn't as humorous, but I thought you guys might like to know. Hugh Morris. Remember Hugh Morris? He's a funny guy. Hey.
Big Bear's Den.
Big Bear, Roy Gillette.
That wasn't very long, was it?
I'm a sad man.
I told you it wouldn't be that long. Because that's all the time we have for this segment called Big Bear's Den.
I gotta find pillows for Billy's race car bed when I get home.
Well, that was great, if it existed.
Yeah, if it didn't exist, that was a 2-second delay.
I'm going to write a theme song for him, and it's going to go there.
Nice.
And I'm just going to incorporate clips that he has said.
Oh, that'd be good.
It'll take. I'm very ambitious about shit like that, and I hope I pull through with that because it makes me laugh to think about him saying, no!
Yeah.
Just everything he said.
I'll smash pasta together.
Oh, God, he did say that.
And the pasta beat gimmick is the best.
I miss him so much.
I know. Ryan Milliner, why are you not in this car with us?
Please come back. I miss our drives.
Just get in the car.
Because the first leg of the journey is always with him, and it's so much fun. We just throw quotes back and forth from Freaked and other dumb shit movies that no one's heard of. And it makes us laugh so hard.
Yeah, Ryan he's fantastic. He'll never believe it, and I don't think he'll ever believe that we think he's fantastic.
No, he's really like one of our favorite people in the world.
He really is pretty great.
Like, of the people that's been in this car, he's probably my favorite.
Yeah, he's tops. He's tops for me. And I've had some fun people in this car. We need
to keep getting more trainees out here. Come join the car.
I know, right? If you join the car, you get on the podcast.
That is a rule. You must do the podcast.
Where's our guy Tim?
Tim is here tonight. He's
coming
he's
tonight.
Here.
Yes,
he's coming tonight.
Eel O'Neill, baby.
Eel O'Neill. He will be here tonight.
He's going to take the Hamish line.
Oh,
he's going to take the Hamish hammer.
Oh, good.
The Hamish hammer.
Yes. The Hamish hammer. All right.
Oh, by the way, I think I figured out a finish move for me.
Oh, have you? Is it the Hamish hammer?
No, it isn't.
Because okay, go ahead.
Hamish hammer's pretty great, though.
Go ahead.
No, so it's that move that Robbie showed us where you were there for that, right?
Which one?
You slide the arm up, you wrap the person, you go from a lockup.
Oh, you're doing that one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I can get into it from like somebody punching on the right-hand side.
Oh, interesting.
So if somebody punches with their right, I think I can block it, slide up, boom, and then, kick that leg out real far and look like I'm driving their head into the mat.
Interesting. Yeah, okay.
Because you could do it to anybody. That's the goal. I want to do something that you could do to anybody. Yeah.
Well, Greenhorns, we are in beautiful downtown Hagerstown, Maryland. That means we are but mere moments away from the House of Pain, Neil Superior Professional Wrestling Training Center. So we're going to tap out. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe to us on iTunes. You can also find us on SoundCloud.
That's right. Find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Road to Wrestling School /tilde. That's it.
That is not even a little accurate.
Not even close.
You can also email us at roadtowrestlingschool@gmail.com. If you have questions, you have comments, if you want to sponsor us, you can reach us there. We got a really nice email that we're going to talk about next show.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I can't remember her name, but she wrote this really heartfelt
unfortunately, that email was overshadowed by us getting certified, which,
right,
little schoolgirls, we were very, very excited about, and I apologize to the one person who sent an email.
But a shout-out to our fan at the Ohio Valley Wrestling School.
Yeah, baby. She joined OV-Dubs.
We will push you next show, I
That's
swear.
right. We're putting you over.
We
are putting you over,
the
baby.
hell over.
And if we ever get in the ring, I'm going to give you the honors.
That's right. All right, Greenhorns. I am Grizzly Joe Grasso.
And I'm #Hamish Stewart. Oh, drop the hashtag.
It doesn't matter. In the podcast, you can be. See, I'm Grizzly Joe Grasso on the podcast. You're #Hamish Stewart. It's fine.
Right. In the ring, we're different.
In the ring, we're different. Keep the faith, Greenhorns. We'll see you down the road.
And in the ring. Certified in the ring. That ending sounds good. I like that.